Okay, so now what we can do is place this part back, and that's the tricky part. It was pretty much tricky when we need to disassemble it, and will be tricky to put back for sure, because it has some strange holes that you need to place inside at the same time, and also have to take care of the left side, so not that easy, but I think I got it strangely sooner than I thought. Okay. So we got 2 screws on the right side and 3 screws on the left. Okay, so this is how it should look on this side. Have to go to the left side. And there were originally 4 screws over here, but 3 is more than enough, because eventually it will be dismounted again, so we don't really want to go through trouble of having too much screws, unnecessary screws, for the future repairs. Something is not really, oh yeah, okay. One more over here, I think. Yeah, that's gonna be good. So 3 screws is okay, pretty much. So now another thing what we can do is to install a new head. So this is gonna be and after this new head, then we should get to cleaning the bottles and installing the new CIS system, but of course we have to fill the CIS system, and so that's our next thing after the installation of the head. So let's see, the cable is in pretty good shape. We have some ink drips over here, but as you can see, the cable is pretty much clean. And how should it look when it's okay? So that part is pretty good, but head needs to be replaced, and that's what we're gonna do right now. So 3 screws inside the carrier and 2 cables. Plug that in, put the head inside. Okay. We can put the screws back on. First we spin it left until the screw falls into thread, then we go right, Okay, doesn't need to be too tightly screwed, just has to keep the head in straight position, and this is especially important with UV printer. Alright, so we got that done, and we still have we're gonna place the cover for the cables over here, but first we need to or actually we can do that right away. Maybe it's gonna be easier for us to mount the dampers, but I don't think it does make any particular changes. So let's just go ahead and put this back to have this part finished. So you see, you have to align the cables with the length over here, the suitable length, because we want to have the cables unfolding correctly. Let me just plug this in. This is the power supply for the UV lamp, which we actually didn't check still, but we're gonna, when we complete the system and got it printing and head filled, we'll see if there's gonna be any problems with the lamp, but as far as I know, there's no problem with that. So you see now, if you put everything back as it should be, the cables are unfolding correctly, and this is pretty good. We're gonna install the new system with dampers over here. So they have different lengths over here. The dampers are going up from right to the left because this is the side that goes to the left with pipes like this. So that's the way we're gonna mount it. We will need to remove them one more time when we're gonna fill them up. We're gonna use the syringe to do that, but first we have to set them all up on their position. And we have to be careful not to mix the order up. It happened a couple of times, and even sometimes the manufacturer mixed a couple of times the cartridges, so it didn't print the right colors in the print. Okay, so we're gonna put this over here. I have to be careful with the folding of this. We're gonna have to secure this over here, this holder, with the additional tape, because it's kinda opening way too much. Okay, so this is how the pipes will be folding. right. The tricky part about this is that we have to put the screw in the hole the same time when we hook this up over here, but as you can see it's pretty much doable. Let's see, let me just put the okay, we don't want to lose anything. So let's see how the pipe is unfolding. This is pretty good because it's not touching the chassis over here. Maybe it should be placed a bit lower like this. Okay, that's good. So I'm gonna try to tighten this up a bit. Maybe it's better to go with the screwdriver from this side because there's much more space, but could be done like this also, not that big of a problem. Okay, we don't want this to be too tight because we don't want to pinch the pipes, maybe a little less. Okay, so I think that's good too. So now the pipe will be going about this inside here, and there's a cut on the casing over here where the pipe is exiting out and going to the bottles hanging over here. So we're gonna put the bottles now. And the bottles are all cleaned up. The residue inside the bottle for the white ink is completely cleaned. And now, one thing that people usually don't pay much attention to is that this pipes should be just above the total bottom of the bottle, because especially on the white bottle, because there's gonna be a lot of residue over here at the bottom, so you don't want to sink the pipe inside the residue, but you want to keep it just level above the residue. So that's gonna be something like this, and that's why you have this how should I call them? This rings limit the entering of the pipes inside the bottle. Should be, especially on the white, should be something like this. And it's good to have a pipe cut at an angle, so if this top touches the bottom, it still opens a lot of space for ink to enter the pipe on the side. So that's good, and this is how it should be set up. This limitator should be set up to this position. Okay, and no one really pays attention to that because no one rarely who knows what's the purpose of those are. And this is what the purpose is. It's not just the marking of the color that flows through the pipe. It's a limitator to hold the pipe above the residue inside the bottle. So now that we've set these limitators up, we're gonna push the pipes inside, and maybe the order of the inks is not perfect because the blue is standing over here. Maybe we should switch the places with the inks over here so we can have a better placement of the pipes, so they would be folding better over here when we put the cover back on. So the white should be also in the middle, not on the side over there. Both of these pipes should be pushed inside. So as you can see now, the order of the pipes is also better. All right, if there's need, you can stretch this a bit more over here. Okay, so that's pretty good. So now when you put the pipes, and this is how it should be folded. It's stretching a bit over here. Okay, so that's good. It's pulling this cyan pipe a bit out of the bottle, so maybe we could put it here in this this is a tighter hole over here, so it's gonna hold the pipes in place a bit better. Maybe we should do the same with this one. Okay, we're gonna have to clean a bit up more. Like this. Okay, so this should be okay. And the way the pipes should be folding is like this. This is how we're gonna place the pipes when we put back the cover from above. That's okay. For now, it can stay like this, and we're gonna have to next thing we're gonna have to do is to fill up the dampers with the syringe. And after that, when we do that, we're gonna try to do a couple of head cleans to see if the pump is filling the head up, because it's a new head, and also filling itself up. So we're gonna have to check if there's gonna be any ink going outside this exit pipe out of the pump. So this is what we're gonna do now. We're gonna fill up the dampers. We have to be careful when we do that, because we don't want to damage this seal on the damper over here. So we just have to press the syringe pretty light on the seal. We don't want to push the syringe inside the damper, because we're gonna stretch this seal up, and it's not gonna do us any good if we do it like that. All right, so we filled the yellow one, put it back, and is black. All right. Next up are whites. So this is where the old cis was poked for some reason. I don't know what the purpose of that was, what kind of a repair was aimed to be done that way. Should be okay now that we put everything okay. And we still have magenta and cyan to be filled over here. A lot of air here because it's a long pipe, and okay, we got that. And cyan. All right. So the this system is filled. Now what we have to do is to try to power up the printer and do a couple of head cleans. We're gonna do that right away. Okay. Maybe the printer will start the head clean automatically. We'll see about that. Let's see also how it's gonna be folding the pipes. This is quite good, maybe some adjustments over here. So on the first head clean, I don't think we'll be seeing anything over here, but because the pump is completely new, so it still needs to be filled with ink until it reaches the bottle. But the second one, we should be able to see something flowing through to the bottle over here. Maybe we'll see something on the capping station here in the first head clean, but at least we need two. Yeah, so you can see we got some white ink, some magenta over here, But still, as I've said before, still we need to do at least one more. So we can see that there's a magenta, maybe a bit of a black, but still we need to do some more head cleaning. Yep, there's a lot more ink now, and maybe even over here. It's kind of difficult to see because the bottle is kind of dirty, but you can see that it's sucking up ink from the capping station over here, so that's pretty good. All of the inks are now here. I'd do maybe one more head clean just to be sure that we could try to do a test print. One more. Yeah, and there's ink going to the bottle over here when it's cleaning. So the pump's okay. And I think we're pretty much good over here. Now we need to do a couple of test prints to see if we got all four colors on the paper, or 5 colors if you count in the white. Okay, so let's see if we're gonna get some something printed on the paper. And maybe the height needs to be more up. Okay. And as you can see, all of the boxes for CMYK are here. So we did a good job. What else we're gonna try? We're gonna overprint the white ink on the this CMYK test to see if the white is running also. Because this is good. pretty much everything's okay. We're gonna try to print white over this CMYK boxes. Should be also good. Let's see if there's any white going over. And yeah, there is. Okay, so we've done that part. One thing we still have to do is glue some rounded edge on the sharp edge of the cover, so we don't have problems with this pipe over here wasting when it goes left and right. So that's one more thing we're gonna do, and after that we are done with this repair. Everything seems to be okay, and this is almost done 100%.